So by now you should be pretty familiar, if you practice the tuna game, you should be pretty familiar sort of where some of these patterns might be found. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do something called runs. So basically with these letter patterns, we're going to start on the lowest possible fret here. This is the first fret of the 6th string, and this is the F. So we're going to start on F. I'm going to put this distortion. It's going to sound really nice. So I'm going to do some sort of shredding type stuff, and it's going to sound cool. All right. It's really intense. So again, here's going to be just a brief rundown of the frets, just in case you still haven't really mastered this. It's a 1 3 5 2 3 5. 1 3 5 2 3 5. And then we go to the next position, the G. It's going to be a 3 5 7 3 5 7. And then the next position, 5 7 8 5 7 8. Next position, 7 8 10 7 8 10. Next position, 8 10 12 8 10 12. Next position, 12 13 14 12. I'm sorry, 12. What am I saying? 10 12 13 10 12 14. 10 12 13 10 12 14. And then we finally end it here at the 12 13 15 12 14 15 12 13 15 12 14 15. And I guess if you want to, you can go up to the F here as well. Okay, so it's the same shape. So the run is going to start from the very bottom, and we're going to go to the top. And that's the run. You're going to start from the bottom and go to the top. If you're having trouble doing it fast like that, you might want to do each one twice, or each one 4 times. So you do this twice. Twice. One more. Okay, so twice on each pattern. Then, once you've done pretty well on that string, you've got this down, you can go backwards. I like picking through this all the time, I guess. And so, go forwards, you go backwards, that's string 6. Let's go to the next string. We're going to start here on the, I would say let's start on the C note. That way, it sort of makes a little bit more sense. Starting on C, 3 5 7 3 5 7. And then we go D, 5 7 8 5 7 9. 7 8 10 7 9 10. For E. For F, it's 8, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 14, 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 16, and then 14, 15, oh wait, man, I screwed up, my bad, it's not 12, this is the A position, okay, on the 12th fret. 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15. And as we continue here, it's going to be 14, 15, 17. 14, 15, 17. And then we end it off at the 15, 17, 19, 15, 17, 19. You see, I'm going from C to C, so hopefully if you know the patterns, the letter patterns, you'll understand. We're starting on C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. So I'm going to do this. And backwards. Just doing runs up and down. Alright, next is going to be double. Let's do a double. forwards and backwards. Next, we're going to do it on the D string over here, and we're going to start on the E on the 2nd fret. So that's 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5. Next is going to be 3, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7 for F. You know what? I'm not even going to say the tabs anymore because I assume, hopefully, that now you've got these letter patterns down. If you don't, go back to Tune a Game. Go back to octaves. Go back to, this is the 3rd exercise for these patterns, so hopefully you really got them down. You should know the E letter pattern, the F, the G, A, B, C, D, E. And forwards and backwards. Let's try it. Once each. Backwards. Twice each. Easy, all right? Forwards and backwards. I'm experimenting with legato and stuff. It's kind of hurting my hands a little. I'm not a very fast guitar player. Okay, so now we're gonna head into the next string, which is the 2nd string. We're gonna start at the 5th fret on E, and we're gonna go F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That's the maximum you can go. So we're gonna go starting from the E all the way up to the G on the 1st or the 2nd string. It is a little bit difficult to play on these 2 strings because it's so small and so tight. One more time, going twice each. Backwards. Turns out I think I need to work on my backwards pull-off triple runs. Anyway, that is the runs. Now you can also start to connect strings together. If you want to start from, say, the F here and you just kind of go through it and then you switch strings. So here I'm at the E. Let's switch. When I get to C, I'm going to switch. I'm going to go to the next string. So I go F, G, A, B, C, now D, E, F, G, A on the next string, B, C, D, E on the next string, F, and so on all the way to the end. I'm going to try this. So it's basically changing. When I hit the C and I go to D, I'm going to change strings. Changing strings to go to D here. I go up all the way to the A. Once it's time to hit A, I'm going to switch strings. Over here, once it's time to hit E, I'm going to switch strings. Okay, so I'm switching strings. D, A, and E. That's when I want to switch. Let's start from the bottom and go to the top. Screwed up. Backwards. I'm lost. This is a mental workout, man. You got, I haven't really practiced this too much, I guess. So anyway, I'll try this one more time. You might want to do this twice each, and this is going to be the last version of this exercise. Is that so you switch strings when you want to switch strings, and you go to the correct letter on the next string. So twice on F. Okay, it was a little bit easier there because I had to go twice, so I had a time to think about what letter I was playing, so it was easier to change strings. But at the top, you notice my playing got a little sloppy because it is hard to play at the high strings here. Okay, so that's cool. That's the runs exercise. And if you're really creative, you're really crazy, you want to do this like crazy, you can start doing different types of patterns. For example, little patterns. I'm going to assume that you're a decent enough guitar player to create little patterns on your own. Maybe you do something like this. I don't know. You can create little patterns as you do this. Instead of just going straight up or straight down, you could play a little bit of patterns. I don't really think it's that necessary because this is not a pattern game. It's not really even a speed game. It's more of just a visualization type of thing. Now, if you're trying to build speed or if you're trying to build creativity with patterns, there are different, better exercises to do than this one. So this is the runs. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and go ahead and try the next video